Hi there guys, lovely to be with you all again today. Hope you had a good weekend and that you're enjoying your Monday. It's a nice sunny afternoon here in Motherwell today. I hope it's good where you are tonight or whatever time of day it is that you're watching this. Thanks for all your wee comments on the videos of last week. Thanks for being with us. Thanks for all your wee messages of love. Thanks for everyone that said even one good thing about any of these videos. We really appreciate it very, very much indeed. Today I'm going to think of a wee word that you don't hear a lot of nowadays. And it would be good to hear it more, and it would be good if I said it more myself. It's the wee word sorry. It's a wee word, but it's really quite a big word, isn't it? And it's a word that sometimes we struggle with. We don't like to say sorry to one another. And we don't like to say sorry to God either. I've got quite a long list of shout outs today. I want to shout out for Rachel and Nicola and Elle and Shannon and Kira. Hope all you lovely ladies had a good day today. God bless you, everyone. Thanks for being with us. Stay with us and listen to God's message today. I'm going to read you a wee couple of verses in the Old Testament. I've got my Bible here in front of me. I'll just read it to you because it's very, very interesting. It's from Numbers chapter 5, verses 6 and 7. Say to the Israelites, when a man or woman wrongs another in any way, and so is unfaithful to the Lord, that person is guilty and must confess the sin he has committed. He must make full restitution for his wrong. Add 1/5 to it and give it all to the person he has wronged. Wow, that's certainly good advice indeed. And it's something we need to hear in these days. God says if I wrong you in any way at all, then I'm sinning against him. And this is something we need to think about, you know. Whatever we do to somebody, even the lowest of the low, we're doing it to God. If you do something kind for someone, say it's a little child or a poor person, if you do something kind to them, you're doing that kindness to Jesus. Did you know that? And if you do something unkind to a little child or to a person that hasn't got much status or standing, then you're doing that wrong to the Lord. And God points that out here in these verses. If we wrong another person in any way, then we're unfaithful to the Lord. And we need to confess that sin. We're guilty. And we need to confess it. Then he goes on to say, we need to make restitution. I was thinking back to a time many years ago when I had a flatmate. His name was Douglas, and he was Scots, and we lived away in Zambia in southern Africa. And one day we had a fight and he went away on holiday, and I decided I would just get out. Without warning, I just left. And I left all the dirty dishes in the sink and everything. He told me later that when he came back from holiday, the kitchen sink was full of these huge big cockroaches. And I did that to him. It wasn't very nice. I wasn't a Christian in those days, and I just got out and left him to it. A few months later, I was living in another country, Rhodesia, now Zimbabwe. And I had become a Christian. I'd given my heart to Jesus. And I'd met Trixie and we were going out together. And you know, one day I got a letter from my friend saying he was coming to see me. Now to put you in the picture, I also owed him money. And I was a wee bit afraid of meeting up with him He was flying in and asked me to meet him at the airport, and I spoke to Trixie and she said, Ray, you've got to meet him and you've got to say sorry and you've got to pay him back the money that you owe him. We're Christians and we honour the Lord, and it's only right that you apologise and that you pay him back. And that was good advice indeed, and so I did. It was with fear and trepidation I met him at the airport. I thought he might take a swing at me, but he didn't, and I said sorry. He accepted, and I handed over the money plus a little bit more. At first he said no, it doesn't matter, but I made him take it. You see, I was making restitution. I was paying him back for the wrong that I had committed against him and against God. And I was obeying the Lord in making restitution and paying back even a little bit more. It says here in this passage that you have to add 1/5 on to the amount that you've wronged the person. So if you owe somebody 100, you have to pay them back 120. And that's good advice, and it's something that we need to hear, because when we do something to someone, we really hurt them. And it's good to say sorry and mean it. But it's good to say sorry and mean it, and to make restitution, to pay them back as well. I remember when we had our last Jesus bus, not this present one. This present one's a white one, you may have seen it, but the one we had before, it was a blue one, a blue Jesus bus. And I was driving once in Hamilton, and I was going through a junction, and a man just drove his, I think it wasn't a Land Rover, but it was a Range Rover, I think it was, yeah. He drove his Range Rover right into the side of the Jesus bus. He didn't stop. He was actually looking at some papers, he told us, and he didn't stop at the junction, and he rammed the Jesus bus. We had to swerve, we nearly hit a wall. But fortunately I got to a standstill, but the whole side of the Jesus bus was scored, and he had scored the whole door inside of the bus, and it was in the right state, still drivable. He said, oh, sorry. He said, I work for a company, he says, and I will get your van sorted for you. So we took down the details, and I was wondering if he really was going to do it. But he did, I went up to that place. I think he was a director of this place that sorted motors. And, in a few days later, he gave me a lift back, and he picked me up a few days later, took me back up, and there was my Jesus bus, all perfect, just as if it hadn't been scored at all. But here was this man, he was sorry, and he was making restitution, not just getting my bus fixed, but helping me with transport as well, taking me home and picking me up when my bus was ready. And so he really did go the second mile, you see. He was really making restitution and adding a wee bit extra on for the inconvenience. And I don't know if that man was a Christian or not, but he was certainly following the ways of God. He was sorry, he made restitution, and he did everything right. I've never seen him again. Maybe one day I will. But I hope and pray that he has really prospered, and that God has really blessed him for his kindness to the Jesus bus and for his kindness to us. Hey guys, we always let each other down. We always offend each other. But next time we do it, or maybe you can think of someone today that you really need to go to and say sorry to, or maybe you need to email them or text them or speak to them and say, look, I am sorry that I said that. I'm sorry that I wrote those things. I'm sorry that I took that from you, and I want to make it up to you I want to pay you back. I want to make amends because I want to do the right thing. And I tell you, they may really be surprised. You might really get your friend back. And it might be someone really close to you. You might need to say sorry to your husband, or sorry to your wife, sorry to your mum, sorry to your dad, sorry to a teacher at school, sorry to someone somewhere. Might be your pal. You said something, you did something, you're sorry, but you need to tell them, and you need to make amends where you can. It's not always possible to pay them back, but when it is possible, then we should do it. Yes, it's costly, I know. Yes, it stings, but it's always better to do the right thing, and God will bless you for that. So I'm talking today about this little word, sorry. When we offend someone, let's say sorry. And of course, let's always remember to say sorry to God. Sorry, Lord, for the things I've done today, for the wrong things, for the things that I've said, the things that I've thought, the things that I've done, the things that I've not done that I should have done. And we know that the Lord loves us and He forgives us through the death of the Lord Jesus. And so we know that He'll never turn us away. Trixie and I love you all very, very much. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. God bless you. And thank you so much for watching. See you soon.
I see you hanging there, nailed to a splintered wooden beam, drinking pain and sorrow, breathing agony. And in those dark, dark hours, as life